Good day, YouTubers. How are you? It's been a while since I've recorded anything that's been halfway decent, so I'm back in the studio this morning and I'm going to record some stuff for you. First off, I want to get to one issue that I had about YouTube and some of the people here. Some of the people think it's kind of funny because I do radio, that it's kind of funny to mess with a man's livelihood and contact the radio station and make allegations, and I have never been brought to the table on any of this because it's just, you know, this is what you expect from being in radio in the public eye, is people are going to take jabs at you and people are going to take shots at you and try to do what they can to screw your day up. Well, it doesn't work with me. I've been doing it for 20 years. I've had people after me. I've had to call the cops on people. I've endured all of it. All that you can think of. So, if you're one of those people that thinks it's funny to contact the radio station and say, oh, Rick was doing this, or he made this kind of a comment, so what? Big deal. If I make a comment on your video, that means I like it. And if it's a comment that is just way out there, doesn't sound like me at all, then it's probably not me. I found out that by just clicking close on your browser doesn't log you out of YouTube. I found that out the hard way. But nonetheless, with that said, you know, if you don't like what I'm saying, bring it up with me. If you don't like my comments, bring it up with me. You don't need to contact my job that supports my children and that supports me. That's just pretty low. Okay, enough said. All right, back in the studio today. I'm going to show you real quick. This is what I do in the mornings, weekday mornings, 5:30 to 9. And that is traffic for the radio station that I work for. For those of you that know me, you know which radio station that is. So I'm going to show you the studio that I'm in this morning. I don't have a monitor in this studio for my on-air studio, so I use my little monitor back here. So what I'll do is I'm going to record a traffic. I'm going to send the traffic right now over to this other studio, and you'll get to hear it come over on the air. So what I do is I have my secret traffic website that I use, and can you see it? It's right here. So you got to kind of try and read that, decipher that. I don't know. Enough of that. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to be putting my traffic onto this computer over here, and I'll show you how all that works here in a minute, but I got to get this in. This is what will go live on the air here in a second, in 1 minute. Thank you, Country Joe, and good morning. Well, northbound I-15, things are still looking good. You're going to see some heavy traffic from 106 South all the way down to the South Interchange. Other than that, no problems. Southbound I-15, heavy traffic there from Hillfield Road up in Layton all the way down to Beck Street in North Salt Lake. Eastbound 21st South Freeway, heavy traffic from 5600 West to 3200 West. East and west side belt routes along with I-80, still really not seeing any problems there. I'm Rick Shane, that's your Total Traffic Roundup on Country Legends 107.5. Alright, now that that's done, I am going to upload it. Alright, now while that traffic is uploading, it will be airing here in just a minute. And you'll get to hear that live. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so I had a couple people that are very interested in what goes on, what kind of equipment we have around here. We've now switched to what is called mini discs. That is these.
Good morning, I'm Sandy Beach with a Country Legends 107.
They're little teeny mini discs, and they hold just as much as a big disc does, and they go on up here. Let me grab the camera, and this is where they go up here. And you can see that it's reading it right there, and it'll tell me everything that's on it, how many tracks are on it. There's 28 tracks on there, 74 minutes, 52 seconds long. And we use those every day. I use them on a day-to-day basis. This here are regular CD players. These are professional CD players. Put a CD in there, you pop it in, and you can dial it to whatever. Okay, here comes my traffic that I did.
Station with Country Joe in the morning and the Country Legends all day long. Country Legends 107.5.
He missed it. He missed it.
Well, let's quickly see what's happening out and about in traffic now and quickly check in once again this morning with Rick.
Thank you, Country Joe, and good morning. Well, northbound I-15, things are still looking good. You're going to see some heavy traffic from 106 South all the way down to the South Interchange. Other than that, no problems. Southbound I-15, heavy traffic there from Hillfield Road up in Layton all the way down to Beck Street in North Salt Lake. Eastbound 21st South Freeway, heavy traffic from 5600 West to 3200 West. East and west side belt routes along with I-80, still really not seeing any problems there. I'm Rick Shane. That's your total traffic roundup on Country Legends 107.5.
Okay, here we go, ready?
He didn't get my traffic bit in there. He kind of messed it up, but that's okay. That happens. It's live radio. What do you do? All right, so here's what is up here in this room. This top one, that's where we can broadcast live from. We use this to receive the signal. We use this to receive the signal on live games via sports stuff. Any broadcast, it's a DSL. This is a DSL line, and this is where it comes in at. Here's our EBS test, the emergency broadcast system. If I want to start the emergency broadcast system test, I hit this button along with this button at the same time, and that'll send a signal through the engineering department, give a printout on the EBS test, what time it was done, so if there's an Amber Alert, stuff like that. Once again, our mini disc player, this is our 7-second delay system, CDs, and then our phone banks. Anytime you call any radio station, this is what it looks like. These are the phone banks, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and then our personal lines, our hotline. It doesn't ring, it just blinks. See, it just blinks like that. And that's how we know we got a call. It doesn't make any noise, so when you call a radio station and it rings and rings and rings, all it does on our end is just beep, blinks, blink, blink, blink. And if I want to busy everybody out, I can just do that. All the lines are busy. And now you can't get through. You're going to get a busy signal. That's what we do. And here is the microphone, of course. And the board. This is a big board. This is what's live on in this studio.
That's a nice schedule.
Is ESPN Radio,
Our average sales rep makes over $70,000 a year, but
which comes through right here.
See that guy on the practice
Now, if I
screen?
pulled that down, it would take it off the air.
Made just over
So
$500,000. Holy cow!
that's just kind of a rundown of this studio, and I'll give you a rundown of this computer system here, this touch screen, in a little bit. So that'll kind of do it for now. I'll throw in one more traffic just to let you watch. Let's do one more traffic here. This one will go with the 45. Right now it's 36. And here we go. Turn my microphone on. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Country Joe, and good morning. Well, northbound I-15, things are still looking good in Utah County, but you will see some heavier traffic from 106 South all the way down to the South Interchange. Southbound I-15, things are heavy there from Hillfield Road all the way down to Beck Street in North Salt Lake. On the west side belt route, you're going to see traffic picking up there from 4700 South to 3500 South, and eastbound 21st South Freeway, heavy there from 5600 West to 3200 West. I'm Rick Shane. That's your total traffic roundup on Country Legends 107.5. Microphone off, stop the recording, and upload it. And that's it for now. I'll be back with more. Thanks. Bye-bye.